Jake Paul just released his most mind-blowing training video, going viral after his incredible win against boxing legend Mike Tyson. Paul is making history in the boxing world
Nothing
with his
he's
stunning
doing looks
performance.
wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well. He looks good.
Jake Paul's recent training clips are so intense that they're catching the attention of both fans and critics. With explosive power, incredible speed, and an unparalleled level of focus, he's showing that he's not just a YouTuber dabbling in boxing. Far from it. Jake is returning stronger than ever. His latest video proves he's not here to play around. He's here to dominate the sport.
It's a number, who cares? Like, literally, people just want to like classify things and do a numbers chart.
Jake Paul's latest training video has exploded across the internet, making waves in the boxing world. This isn't your typical montage of basic exercises like skipping rope or hitting a heavy bag. No, this is Jake Paul pushing his limits to a whole new level. He's performing explosive push-ups that look like something out of an action movie, delivering lightning-fast combinations that blur the screen, and taking on conditioning drills so intense they challenge even the most seasoned fighters. It's more than just a training video, it's a bold statement. Jake Paul's latest video is nothing short of legendary, or maybe viral gold.
Fuck the rankings. It's a number, who cares? Like, literally, people just want to like classify things and do a numbers chart.
The buzz surrounding Jake Paul's latest training video is only intensifying, especially after his fight with Mike Tyson. Since that victory, Paul's training intensity has reached new heights. Every frame of his video exudes aggression, precision, and an unwavering focus on one goal: silencing his critics. This drive began after his split decision loss to Tommy Fury in 2023, when he embarked on a relentless mission to sharpen his skills. The recent video is proof that he's leveling up. Behind this viral display of power, Paul has completely overhauled his training style, blending traditional boxing techniques with modern innovations with high-intensity interval training, high heat at its core. Ever wondered how a former Disney Channel star and YouTube prankster ends up looking like he belongs in the boxing ring? This video shows you exactly how. It's far from your typical get fit montage. This is a powerful display of raw strength, innovation, and an almost obsessive level of determination. From explosive push-ups to rapid-fire combos and intense conditioning drills, Jake Paul's transformation is undeniable. His punches aren't just fast, they're precision fast. And the most impressive part, he's achieving all of this while the internet is going wild over his... Let's talk about Jake Paul's cardio for a moment. Sure, every boxer runs and skips rope, but Jake isn't doing it just to tick boxes. He's strategic about it. His approach to conditioning is part of a bigger picture, a well-thought-out plan that's redefining his game. And when it comes to the mental side of training, Jake Paul is absolutely crushing it. You can laugh, joke, and post memes all you want. But the truth is, this guy is evolving right in front of our eyes. Whether or not you think he has a shot against Mike Tyson, one thing is certain. Jake is taking boxing seriously, and his training proves it. His training videos have become a blueprint for what modern boxing could look like: aggressive, innovative, and calculated. It's a perfect reflection of Jake himself, bold, unapologetic, and impossible to ignore. As the internet continues to break down every move and frame, one thing is clear: Jake Paul is rewriting the rules of the sport, doing it his way, and there's no turning back now.
I mean, even Paul, bro. Paul is not a small guy.
No.
He's big. Like, a lot of guys think he's tiny. He's a huge boy.
He's a big dude, and he can.
Social media is on fire, and the world can't decide whether Jake Paul is the next big thing or completely delusional. Fans are cheering him on, while critics are tearing him apart. But one thing is certain: everyone's talking. However, this video isn't just about looking like a fighter. It's about looking like a real fighter. Gone are the days of half-hearted training montages and influencer workouts. Jake's not just shadowboxing in his backyard anymore. But how did it all begin? Jake Paul's boxing career has been a wild ride. What started as a joke quickly turned into something no one could ignore. Remember when he knocked out YouTuber Ali S and Jib in 2020? People laughed it off. Then, Jake Paul sent Nate Robinson flying to the canvas and knocked out Ben Askren, turning the laughs into serious questions about whether this guy was for real. Fast forward to 2024, and Jake Paul just defeated the legendary Mike Tyson. Over 8 rounds, Jake landed sharp punches, showcased smart footwork, and earned a $40 million payday. Now, with an 11-1 record and 6 knockouts, Jake boasts one of the most unexpected careers in boxing history. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. He took his first loss to Tommy Fury in 2023, a defeat many thought would end his boxing aspirations.
Steady stance, nice little bounce.
Instead of fading away, Jake Paul came back stronger, outboxing Nate Diaz, knocking out Andrew August and Ryan Borland in the first round, and even defeating Mike Perry in a tough 6-round fight. Then came Mike Tyson. What many expected to be a quick disaster turned into Jake showcasing skill, stamina, and strategy. Whether you like him or not, Jake has evolved from an influencer boxer to a legitimate force in the ring. The turning point came when Jake transitioned from spectacle-driven events to facing respected opponents, marking his shift to serious fighting. His April 2021 bout with former MMA fighter Ben Askren was a pivotal moment. Despite critics dismissing Askren's boxing skills, Jake's knockout victory grabbed attention. He followed this up with a win against former UFC champion Tyron Woodley in December 2021, solidifying his place in the sport. By the time Jake faced Anderson Silva in October 2022, a revered striker in combat sports, the narrative had changed. Jake didn't just win, he earned respect by competing against an athlete of Silva's caliber.
Do you feel like you've done enough in the sport and for the sport to merit consideration to be placed into the cruiserweight rankings?
Oh, fuck the ranking.
Jake Paul's rise isn't as random as it appears. His strategic investments in elite coaching and top-tier facilities reflect a calculated approach to his boxing career. He trains with BJ Flores, a former cruiserweight contender who has honed Jake's technical skills, and Danny Smith, known for preparing fighters for high-stakes bouts. Under their guidance, Jake's camp focuses not only on physical conditioning, but also on mental resilience. This level of dedication sets him apart from the many influencers who've attempted to transition into sports.
If this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fucking fuck.
Critics often overlook the strategic brilliance behind Jake Paul's career decisions. Rather than jumping straight into the toughest competition, he carefully built his record by taking on selected fights designed to expose him to new challenges while preserving his confidence. What makes Jake's transformation particularly compelling is how he's using every available resource to reshape himself and prove his doubters wrong. He's not relying on natural talent or athleticism alone. He's building himself as a fighter from the ground up. From elite coaches to scientific training methods, Jake's evolution is a masterclass in leveraging opportunity and hard work. Regardless of whether he beats Mike Tyson, his journey has already reshaped the narrative around influencer athletes.
Ciao, Jake El Gallo Paul!
Jake's supporters, a mix of loyal fans and those captivated by his transformation, believe this could be his breakout moment. They highlight his relentless training, strategic planning, and the audacity of stepping into the ring with a legend like Mike Tyson. These supporters argue that Jake's calculated approach and mental toughness make him far more prepared than critics realize. Jake Paul is reinventing boxing, and while not everyone is thrilled about it, he's quietly rewriting the rules. His training isn't just about punching bags and endless sparring. It's a fusion of old-school grit and next-gen innovation. Imagine Rocky Balboa meets Silicon Valley. His camp even uses data analytics to optimize everything from his punching power to his footwork efficiency. Yes, you read that right. Jake Paul has spreadsheets for his hooks. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul's training is sparking a wave of inspiration among young athletes. Forget the traditional gym grind. Many are logging into apps, studying Jake's methods, and dreaming big. He's made it cool to approach boxing like a tech startup, creating an unconventional yet undeniably effective blueprint for the modern era. But here's the kicker. Jake isn't just training for Tyson, he's building a legacy. He's the poster child for influencer athletes breaking into competitive sports, proving that internet fame and hard work can coexist. Sure, purists may cringe, but history won't remember their tweets. It'll remember Jake's transformation. So, is Jake ready for Tyson? That's the million-dollar question. Drop your bets in the comments and get ready for a fight that could redefine everything.